Mozambique has officially started exporting liquefied natural gas produced in the country's northern part, Cape Delgado, President News announced on Sunday. President News said Mozambique was entered the annals of world history as a first shipment of gas produced in the Shoal coal plant managed by Italian company and was leaving territorial waters. It is great honor that I announce the start of the first export of liquefied natural gas, President Nyusi said in a video statement. A tank the British sponsor was leaving Mozambican waters for the international market, President added. Today, Mozambique entered the honor of world history as one of the exporting countries of liquefied natural gas. Mozambique has set higher hope on vast natural gas deposits, the largest ever found south of the Sahara, that were discovered in the northern Cape Delgado province in 2010. As we know, Africa, we need also this gas instead of exporting, but we know this is the business and we're expecting while we are entering the green energy, Mozambique and as African countries that have discovered natural gas, we're starting to export this natural gas to our fellow Africans. From Mozambique, let us go to Congo DRC, where Kenyan soldiers landed in the city of Goma in eastern DRC, Saturday, November 12. They were greeted by local dignitaries and Congolese force in the region. The arrival comes as M23 rebels group has surged across the Democratic Republic of Congo's North Kivu province, capturing swathes of territory and inflaming tension in the Great Lakes region. The instructions of the heads of states, but also the concept are very clear. The friends of Kenya are here on a pure offensive mission. Spokesman of the Congolese army in northern Kivu, Colonel Ndjel said the deployment of Kenya's soldiers comes after Kenya's parliament approved the dispatch of just over 900 troops in the DRC. The creation of joint military force was suggested by the leader of the East African community back in June. The commander of the United Deployment in DRC, Lieutenant Colonel Obioro Dennis, detailed the objective of the troops. We have a mandate to fulfill and it has fourth parties, he told. We thank President of Kenya, President William Ruto, for participating in keeping peace in Africa, especially in the northern part, in the eastern part of Congo, in Kivu. We have cried for too long about the peace in DRC. We hope the troops of Kenya, as the part of East African military, joint military, will help to keep peace in DRC. Let us come together. Let us make sure that we have peace in Africa. From DRC, let us move to the country in the Horn of Africa, Ethiopia, where Ethiopian government labels agree on humanitarian access on Tigray. Where inside in the Ethiopian conflict agreed on peace roadmap Saturday. The chief of staff of the Ethiopian Armed Force and head of Tigray Force signed an agreement in Nairobi, Kenya that they said calls for disengagement from all forms of military activities. Both parties assented to protect civilians and facilitating the delivery of humanitarian aid in war-torn northern region of Tigray. The African Union will talk in Nairobi for the cessation of hostile agreements signed by Ethiopia and Tigray leaders in South Africa last week. We want to express our full commitment for bringing peace and stability to our people and country. Therefore, we will fully dedicate our services to implement the Pretoria Agreement and this declaration, Field Marshal Jula, the Chief of Staff of Ethiopian Army Forces, said. To this end, we would like to affirm our full commitment to the people of Ethiopia, to this panel, and to the world, he concluded. We have suffered a lot of misery over the last 2 years and still continue to suffer. The commitment we have making today is with the hope and expectations that our people's suffering will come to an end. Soon, General Tadesse Werede, the commander-in-chief of Tigray Force, dialed down. The commanders who'd been meeting since November signed the agreement on November 12. The agreement states the disarmament will be done concurrently with the withdrawal of foreign and non-Ethiopian military forces from Tigray. Former Nigerian President Olusegun Obasanjo, who is helping to facilitate the talks, said Saturday that humanitarian aid should have resumed likely yesterday. Former Kenya President Uhuru Kenyatta, who is also involved in talk, thanked the commander for their commitment to peace. According to the lead negotiator for the Ethiopia Federation government, the next meeting of military leaders will most likely be held in Tigray in mid-December before a final meeting in Addis Ababa, the Ethiopian capital, in January. Thank you for the people of Ethiopia for agreement and for these steps toward the peace. Peace is everything, and we prefer peace more than war, because peace distracts our direction, peace distracts everything. So that was from Ethiopia. So thank you. We hope Africa will be better than today. Thank you.